Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Let's go now. 18 Gator.
Double tight.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon.
Let's go. Come on.
18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A Bengal 1st down on the 16-yard pickup there. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 14-yard line.
Down. 30 base.
Drop deep. Tight into the right, boy. Tight into the right. Move. Even. 4 down. Even.
Let's go.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Set. 60 outlaw.
Hey, watch the left. On the ball. Watch twins.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point attempt to follow here. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's caught by OBJ. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Regular.
55, my God.
Hey, wahoo!
first carry for Nick Chubb. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on third down.
You ain't got nothing. Hey, we're 33.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He finds Beckham, complete. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10.
On the ready.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right?
Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Here we go. 57's the mic. Rock 57.
Mayfield now. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They've got a first and 10 at the 15.
Check 15. Check 15.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's first and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long drive. It's going to be a long drive.
They'll give it to Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Point after, right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Dennis. Being chased out left. He'll try and run it. These two teams all tied after one. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. Room here to run. There he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. 1st down, Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. The extra point splits the uprights, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here we go. At their own 26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Tight end right. Tight end right. Right. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
X3, 218, chopper. Go.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. From the gun, Dennis. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
What's the run? They're running it.
Chubb on the counter. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Here we go. Here we go.
From the 40 now on second down. Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
While we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore, I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4 down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4 down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A run for Nick Chubb. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
2nd and 12 at the 35-yard line.
26, 180.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight right. Tight right. Who's on 85? Come on, man.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Barker. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Real.
Come on.
Mayfield. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. This a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And they take a 17-14 lead. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Now, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Let's go
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Dennis. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
On 2nd down now, Mixon trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15.
It's now 3rd down and long.
Set up 50, plant. Hey, Alpha. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. Snap.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Dennis. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. 7 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On the ground, it's Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Check 55, goodbye. Let him know.
Pistol.
Mike 5-5. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Bengals drive about to get going. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
Ready.
Check the out.
Ready.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He finds his running back, Mixon.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Watch the twist.
Second and 4. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
61, matchbox lights.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that 1st down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out.
Ready.
2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10.
Tight end right. 4 down.
Smooth.
50. I'm going to come back to you. Hey.
Get up.
Mike 50. Hey, I'm coming.
Get it.
Operating from the gun, Dennis. Looking left sideline, it's complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there, a 22.
37-yard line.
This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. From the gun, Dennis. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
5.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Ready?
Operating from the gun. Dennis. And that is incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
4th down, so Zach Taylor sends out the field goal unit. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Browns drive about to get started. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Well, he can be a load to handle off the edge, and he can do it against the pass. Sure, he can do it against the run like he did there.
And you mentioned a load. How about having to adjust to his speed as well? Because not only does he bring some pop, he brings some dash as well. A nice play on that situation.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So nothing separating these two teams as we head to the break all square. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Now Joe Mixon. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Ready.
They run for it with Mixon. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Dennis. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5.
Hey, Zoo.
2nd and 5. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Ready up. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. On the toss, Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
It's a loss of 4. Brings up 3rd and goal.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And, oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. He's going to get it running right. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
They'll come out in the pistol. How about this Browns defense they've held so far? This is now 3rd and goal.
Blue draw Corkers. Clear.
From the gun, Dennis flushed out right. Teammate fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, the 20, and he'll score. Touchdown, Browns.
Touchdown, Cleveland.
So many times, tight games decided by one big play. And a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know, head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off play action. Dennis. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Check 26, check 26. Switch, switch, switch.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Ready, go. Ready, ready.
This is Mixon. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
90 Wolf.
Oh, you got deep? Hey, no, look, we got Mike 50, Mike 50, huh? Ain't no such thing.
To throw on 3rd down. Dennis. And the throw there going to be incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This will be taken at the 10. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you turn that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the 1st half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the 1st half.
We'll see if they do just that. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Oh, yeah. Here we go again. Here we go again.
Mayfield to throw it. And his throw here's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
24 is the mark.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Off the spread. 24 is the mark. 6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
My touch.
Working out of the gun. Mayfield. Caught left side. It's Beckham. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Alert!
From the gun, Mayfield. And he will find his man on the outside. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Regular. Hey, team 6.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They run it again with Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 30 base.
Here we go.
Come. Right up.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Looking to throw. Dennis, and nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
High 7.
Operating from the gun. Dennis. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Hey, Haywood. Snap.
Throwing again. Dennis. And this one's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Hey, Foxtrot.
50, Mike's 50. You better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
On 3rd down, Dennis escaping the pressure right. That is caught inside the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll give it to Mixon. And he's in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Now, let's not forget that was all set up by the 4th down conversion earlier in the drive.
Would have been a complete letdown if the drive doesn't culminate this way, wouldn't it? If you're going to go for it on 4th down, your intention is to make sure you get a touchdown out of the drive, and that's exactly what they did. Converted, and then converted a 2nd time for 6 points.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But
and look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Here we go.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. On the run, it's Mixon. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Get it.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They'll run with Mixon. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A 3-yard touchdown run as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. He's got the hat trick, 3 touchdowns now. Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out
I didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for a nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap. A very important extra point there, up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
To throw, Mayfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. On 1st down, Mixon. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out there.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dennis, he's going to look deep down the field. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball, a little dangerous, could have been picked. Now it's 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Let's go. Mike 50, Mike 50. I got you, son. I got you.
From the gun, Dennis. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, let's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Check back, check back. Point it right, point it right, point it right. 24 is the
Go, go.
24 is the mark. Let's pick it up. It's out.
Watch out.
Mayfield. Going to throw right side here, complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
First down.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. Now Chubb. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Boy, missed tackles. That could be their downfall, Charles.
Yeah, they actually let him out of bounds there. Instead of the clock continuing to run, they let him out, and it turned into another timeout for him. Not good at all.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football, and the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
You can't stop me.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Mayfield to throw. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down.
Keep it. Hey, alert three. Up, left.
Hey, exit.
They'll run for it. Chubb. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Nick Chubb stops short. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Ready up.
50's the mark. I'm coming after you. Right.
Go.
On 1st and 10, Dennis firing quickly, but it's incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Dennis. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. Give him 7 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Back to throw. Dennis. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Brings up 4th and 1.
And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This from 55 yards out. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Here's Mayfield. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Browns drive about to get started. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far.
Set, 180.
Following the penalty, Chubb. And they'll get this down to the 10. That good for 19 and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
180.
They'll run with Chubb. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12. The first throw in overtime for Mayfield now. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Biggest play now in this opening drive of overtime. This is 3rd and goal.
You got three down, 3 down.
Hey, Charlie!
Mayfield looks to throw. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. Through an opening, and there he goes. And we'll bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Still catching our breaths from that electric finish. You get into overtime, that's one thing. It was a great 4 quarters. But then in OT, not only to win it, but to win it on a defensive score. Wow.
Oh, definitely. And I think from now on, we're going to definitely travel someone who can help us, because I thought I was going to pass out at the end. Not just getting to the overtime, but the plays in overtime that led to this one, and to finish it on a defensive